It's a rainy day. It's been raining all day so far. So I basically wanted to show you how I live in the car. I've done a lot of watching of other people's videos on how they live in a car, and most of them seem to say, oh yeah, I just sleep right here in this seat. And I don't know about you, but I can't sleep sitting up. I think the only thing worse than sitting straight up is sitting in an airplane. Do like a cribs version. This is the car right here. It's a Volkswagen Rabbit 2006. And I've got the top box from Sports Rack. All right, let's start off with the top box. Got a lot of stuff up here. From food, plates. Got a grill right here to cook. Got a jacket if it gets cold. Underwear, shirts, what have you over on this side. Jumper cables, my car ever dies. And sometimes it does. I've got electric power in here. If any of my stuff were to go low, I've got a place where I can plug my stuff in. Using the power of the car, I can use it to power my computers, charge batteries for my iPad, phone, what have you. Bob's your uncle. I try not to do it when the power's off and the car's not on because it kills the battery. It's done it to me a couple of times and I had to push start. These guys right here, I use them and just have them on a couple of clips. And I've got some screws over there. Zip ties through the hole. And I just go like this, and then that one goes on like that. Then that keeps out all the light from these lights. If I were to sleep in a parking lot, you can sleep in all over the place, really. I've slept in many a spot. I've slept in Kmart, Walmart, Tractor Supply, Planet Fitness. You could really sleep anywhere. I would ask first, make sure there's not a sign that says, hey, we're gonna tow you if you sleep overnight. I've got one of those covers for your window. Just put it up there in the window. Then I just move all this stuff out and that chair comes down. This is where I sleep and have been sleeping for at least this whole year. I'd say a good 4 months. All right, in the back, you just take everything out and we put it in the front seat. Then these come down. Got an iPad for editing and other good stuff. These come down and you can see where I'm going with this, right? These come down. I normally open it from the back. Take this guy out. Throw him in the front. Put it down. Now you've got a full bed that I can fit myself in. I normally put this blanket up on top. Pick it up upon here. Then I've got a sleeping bag is my blanket. But if it gets super cold, I can always zip it back together. But now I have it in like blanket mode. Then I've got these guys on the window. That way people can't really see in, but I can see out. Take a look. See how you really can't see in? It's kind of reflective in a way. Well, that's so I don't have to really put the blankets up. You know, I can enjoy the light, but people can't enjoy seeing me. It's a sunshade. I didn't want to get into the whole realm of, oh, you got illegal tint on your car and cops are gonna stop. And then I can get my full body in here. Full leg extension, like this. I mean, this is obviously not for tall people. I think I'm 5'10", I want to say. But I can fit full. I just put the pillow all the way to here. That's why I have magazines and stuff down here. I got magazines. I've actually got the sleeping bag filled with, I think it's actually filled with the stuffing because this thing was a little too big and it was taking up some space back there. So I actually cut it up, sewed it back together back here. This thing was a little too big, so I cut it. Oh, what the f is that? Oh yeah, that's glue. That like some sort of rodent puked on my bed. It's 2 things of 3-inch foam, so it's 6-inch bed. It's good enough for me. It works. I thought it was just gonna work with 1, but 2 is definitely better. So I've got those 2 right there. Throw it down, and then you can park anywhere you want. This could probably even work with a car with a normal trunk, because you could get to the trunk from the back seat. There's a safety feature, stuff like that. You have to get this kind of milk, dry milk, because I don't really drink a lot of milk, and my milk was curdling all the time. It was a giant waste of money, but right here is instant milk, so it doesn't have time to curdle. I make it as soon as I need it. And the best thing is I got a bunch of these power banks. He runs off of these. It's a good way to edit your videos. You know, you really can't be angry when you're looking at this light. If I'm feeling anxious, depressed, or stressed, I just bring this guy out and he always cheers me up. Seen better setups, you know, people got solar panels on the roof and stuff like that. They've got power, they've got air conditionings. I chose a car because of the gas mileage. If you go up to a minivan, you lose half the gas mileage. I get 30 in this. And since the majority of my travel money goes to gas, about $25 to go 400 miles. And I wouldn't want to double that with a minivan. You don't really get too much more room. This is basically all I need. No, it's possible to do your travels. It's possible to sleep in a car. I didn't want it to be too comfortable because before, when I was living at a house, I just had all the comforts there. I wasn't motivated to get out of the house and do things. But this really motivates me to get out of the car because there's really nothing to do in the car. It's really easy to just stay at home and binge on the internet. But when you don't have it, and you've got to go places, oh, how weird would it be if I spent a full 8 hours at a Starbucks or something like that? I'm not going to do that. Don't think you need to have a lot of money to travel, because it's not true. I've been able to get by $500 a month, most of it being gas and food. You don't need hotels. It's priorities. You know, I would rather spend the money I would spend at a hotel in doing things, going to places, seeing things, admission to stuff. If you'd like to see what I'm traveling, if you're new here, not subscribed yet, I do travel stuff. I do roadside attractions. I see things on the side of the road. That's interesting. Like, why is that? That's street art, murals, roadside attractions, interesting things on the side of the road. Small town stories, small town life, daily vlogging. I know some people don't have the money to travel, so this could be your vicarious adventure every single day. And maybe, you know, you come here to get away from the world. Anyways, make sure to travel, follow your dreams, and be optimistic. And I'll see you tomorrow.